People often say that zero waste living is a lot of work, and some areas it is, like air drying your clothes, making food from scratch, composting, and things of that nature. But I'm willing to bet that around 90% of my personal zero waste life is very lazy. And some zero waste swaps may even save me some time compared to their wasteful counterparts. Usually you'll catch me talking about how zero waste saves me money, but today we're talking about how zero waste saves me time. So let's dive into 20 ways that I live a lazy zero waste life. Hello everyone, it's Emma and welcome back to my channel where I talk about all sorts of things zero waste, focusing on free, easy, and fun ways to live low waste. If I talk a little bit too fast for you, good news, there's a little gear icon right down here where you can change the speed of the video because this is just how I talk, often with interesting accents thrown in. First up is turning off the lights, or rather just not even turning them on. During the day, I never turn on the lights. I just use natural light coming in from the windows. So this means that I don't have to remember to turn them off when I leave a room, and it's one less thought, one less action to take. Plus, even if you do use the lights, simply remembering to turn them off when you leave a room is helping future you be lazy, because then you don't have to go back and turn it off later when you remember, oh yeah, I left that light on. And also it's just less mental load to have to remember, oh, is that light on? Is that thing plugged in? XYZ. If you could just conserve energy right off the bat, one less thing you have to worry about later. And in general, this act requires very little time and energy on your part and might also save you some money. Similar to that is turning off the water when not in use. Becoming fluent in water conservation has helped me save a lot of time and a lot of energy, and also a lot of money. It saves everything, but in particular, using the dishwasher. We've had a dishwasher in Japan, in Las Vegas, and now we have a dishwasher again. While we were in the RV, we did not, and man, I love having a dishwasher. Every single time I load it up, I'm just like, yes, dishwasher, I love you. Because it saves me so much energy. It saves on how long I have to stand over the sink, me or Dan, usually Dan. And it also saves water. That's right, dishwashers use less water because we're not very good at conserving water ourselves when we're operating the sink, but the dishwasher, very good at conserving water. It might use a little bit less energy, but it is a very lazy way to live zero waste and definitely save some water. Along those same lines is using the dishwasher for more than just your dishes. I'm talking about using the dishwasher to wash your recyclables. Generally speaking, recyclables have to be clean and dry before putting them in your bin. Of course, rules are going to be different everywhere, but this is just very general, very broad. That means no crusty yogurt tabs, no crusty pasta sauce jars, no greasy peanut butter jars. You get the idea. But good news, most of your recyclables are dishwasher safe. Your glass, your metal, and your hard plastics. Please do not put cardboard in the dishwasher. And also, some thin plastics may melt, so put them as high up as you can to prevent the heat, and also don't put anything too thin in there. This can also encourage you to recycle more and recycle correctly and prevent wish cycling. If you've never heard the word wish cycling, be sure to check out this video next. Or better yet, it encourages you to reuse more because reusing is better than recycling. I know that I am much more likely to use a glass jar when the dishwasher takes care of it for me instead of me spending a whole bunch of time trying to scrub a crusty peanut butter jar, especially when the dishwasher can properly sanitize it as well. So give it a try. Number 5 is I quit shopping as much. In high school, I loved to shop. I loved to drive to the mall. I loved to walk around the mall and just buy random stuff. Not necessarily random stuff because I didn't really have the most disposable income when I was in high school, but I did shop a lot and I could have had a lot more money in savings. Of course, this also reduces gas by not having to go to the store and reduces stuff potentially thrown away because you impulse bought it. But this also applies to when shopping online, which is very much easier to fall for overconsumption and buying impulse purchases when you don't even have to drive anywhere. So ask yourself these questions to prevent impulse purchases. How will I use this item? How will I store this item? How will I dispose of it when I no longer use it? Do I already have something at home that can do what it does? Did I want this item before I saw it in stores, saw the ad, or saw an influencer talking about it? And why does shopping less benefit the planet anyway? Well, everything has an impact. It takes resources to create that item. For example, my reusable water bottle here. It took oil to create this plastic lid. It took metal to create this, both of which had to be extracted, both of which have to be refined, and then turned into the raw materials, and then turned into the bottle, and then sent to a warehouse, and then sent to me. Just this one water bottle. And all of these different parts are created throughout different parts of the world. Perhaps this was created in one country, and this was created in another country, and both were sent to a third country to be manufactured, and then all of that was sent to the US to be stored. You can see how this environmental impact really adds up. And this is just to keep it brief. So think about the life cycle of the items that you are buying, just to be a little bit more mindful of a shopper, and also just shop less because it saves you time and energy. One of my favorite lazy eco hacks is carpooling. Let's say you gather you and 4 other friends for a total of 5 people, maybe your coworkers, maybe they're people you go to school with, and instead of all of you driving to class 5 days a week or driving to work 5 days a week, now you each only have to drive 1 day a week, meaning 4 days out of the week you get to sit in the back of the car, hopefully you don't get car sick, and you can read a book, you can listen to a podcast, you can do your homework, you could take a nap. Really the ultimate lazy hack to get 4 cars off the road, everybody gets to save on gas money, and everybody gets to save on their own personal energy as well. Next is to make little changes to your diet. It is true that eating fewer animal products does have a positive positive impact on the planet, which you can learn more about in this video. Now, obviously going vegan or vegetarian, especially overnight, is not necessarily the most lazy thing to do. It will require research, it will require time and trying new recipes, XYZ. But making a small change here and there really doesn't take any effort at all. It might save you money and it definitely will have a positive impact on the planet. For example, maybe this week for your chili, you just use beans instead of meat. This week you could give oat milk a try instead of cow's milk. You could opt for single oranges instead of a bag of oranges. You could opt for a whole watermelon instead of pre-cut watermelon in a plastic container if you're able to. You get the idea. This takes no effort to try this new thing, but it can have a big impact. Of course, we shall talk about her again. My reusable water bottle helps me be lazy. To be honest, I have never used a disposable water bottle ever, but especially in my adult life. Even growing up, we would buy packs of disposables and then refill them at home in order to save money and also save time. Because I could truly not imagine having to drive to the store every time we ran out of water. Of course, this is a huge privilege. My water is safe to drink, but yours likely is too. So save yourself some time, energy, and money and use a reusable water bottle at home. And the next time you run out, head to your nearest sink instead of having to drive all the way to the store. And if you want to learn more about how much money a reusable water bottle can save you, as well as 40 other swaps, check out this series next. A very, very lazy way that I read, save money, and save the environment is by using a library card. What do you mean? Doesn't that require driving to the library? Nope. I borrow books right to my phone. While I do borrow the occasional book from the library, again, I simply could not be bothered with having to go all the way to the library to browse for books, take all of that time to browse the shelves for the books, just for it to not be there, when instead I can go onto the Libby app or Hoopla, depending on which one you prefer and which one your library works with. I type in here a book that I want to read. What do I want to read? We'll just do The Hunger Games. That's always my go-to. The Hunger Games. And here I have it on an audio format and an ebook format. So you can get an ebook or audiobook right to your phone. It took me less than 10 seconds to get it. I didn't have to go to the library. I didn't have to get in a car. I didn't have to buy the book. So many resources were saved. And it's the ultimate lazy way to live zero waste and read, partake in your hobbies, and learn something. And in 2024, it saved me over $1,800 by borrowing instead of buying. Because of course, you could buy a book online. That's pretty lazy, to order a book from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, even secondhand from sites like Thrift Books. But the money savings a library can provide, it's the ultimate lazy way to live zero waste. Okay, next up is soaps and cleaners. Now, the act of cleaning and washing stuff is not necessarily lazy, but I consider these swaps to be lazy because there's no effort required in trying an eco-friendly soap versus a commercial soap. It's gonna function the same, whether you're buying Dawn or whether you're buying Clean Cult or any other eco brand. You're still gonna get soap, it's still gonna clean your stuff, but the ingredients are better, the packaging is better, and also it's supporting a small business instead of a mega corporation, which if you wanna learn more about why shopping small is better for the planet, you can check out this video. And same with cleaners. It is far better to support a brand like Grove or Meliora instead of a brand like Clorox or Lysol. It requires no learning curve, it requires no extra effort on your part, and it functions just the same. So I consider this a lazy swap. Oh my gosh, another zero waste swap that will truly save you so much time. So much is a silicone baking mat. But why? Well, they are non-stick and fully reusable. And they're gonna keep your pans so much cleaner than if you don't use one. Yeah, sure, you could use tinfoil or parchment paper, but then that comes with waste and also money over the years. Silicone baking mats lay perfectly flat every time, not to mention they leave my pans so clean. I have baked such sticky and messy stuff on these mats, and my pans remain 100% clean at the end of the meal. And the best part, once again, it's fully dishwasher safe. No matter how crusty they get, if I put it in the dishwasher, it's gonna come clean. Even if you don't have a dishwasher. Like, this is why I really loved a silicone baking mat in the RV, was because, yeah, the silicone baking mat might have been a little bit more difficult to clean, but then the pan, I just had to do a quick rinse of it instead of a full deep clean scrubbing it. Because even if the silicone baking mat gets a little bit sticky, a little bit dirty, it's non-stick. So it's far easier to clean than metal, which is highly sticky. So once again, it's gonna save you time, it's gonna save waste, and this will also save you money. Similar to soaps and cleaners is deodorant. I have found all of the natural deodorants that I have tried, with the exception of the deodorant crystal, require no extra effort, learning, or anything to use. But they're nothing but eco-friendly. The packaging is better, the ingredients are better, and many of them are reusable. Well, the containers are reusable. Now, some of them do require you to get some paste out of a jar with your finger and smear it on your armpit with your fingers, which is not necessarily everybody's cup of tea, but there are plenty of brands like Meow Meow Tweet, Wild, Native, that function just like your normal deodorant, but they come packaged in cardboard or are refillable, which means, once again, no learning curve. I consider this a lazy swap because you don't have to learn anything. You don't have to put in any effort to try this swap. It's just the same. Oh, and I have reviews for all of these brands that I'm mentioning, the deodorant, the cleaners, the soaps, all down below. Ooh, once again, not everybody's cup of tea, but the next one is to stop shaving. Because if you stop shaving, it's gonna save so much waste. You don't have to buy razors, you don't have to buy blades, you don't have to buy shaving cream, and you don't have to take the time to shave. And you don't have to take the time to buy all of the required ingredients. That's not ingredients. And you don't have to take the time to buy all the necessary supplies. Of course, if you enjoy shaving, you enjoy what shaving does for you, please do it. I'm not saying you have to give it up, but if you are looking for lazy ways to live zero waste, this certainly is one of them. Or perhaps you just shave less. Instead of shaving every day, maybe you shave every other day. Maybe you shave once a week. Especially in the winter where you're wearing nothing but long shirts and long pants. Who's gonna know anyway? Do this one if you will. I know it's not for everyone. Kind of on the same vein is to wash your hair less. I started washing my hair less because I dyed it blue and I want the blue to last as long as possible. So I now wash my hair once a week or less. And honestly, my hair is thriving. Look how quickly it's growing, so soft, despite being bleached and blue. It's still really healthy. But there are so many more benefits than just making my color last as long as possible. It saves water, it saves energy, it saves shampoo, it saves time. And I also have to dry it less, which reduces further damage and energy. And of course, the key is to train your hair. You can't go from washing it every day to washing it once a week instantly. So instead, try every other day first, and then every 3 days, and then every 4 days, and then every 5 days. And eventually your hair will learn to not get greasy as fast, as well as the key is to touch it as little as possible. Your hands have oils on them, so if you're messing with your hair all day long, it's gonna get greasy faster. And of course, use your own discretion. If you work in a job like construction, or you're a park ranger, or you do something outdoors, you do something sweaty, you need to wash it every day, do what you need to do. But for those of us like me who I sit there and work, I'm not getting sweaty, I'm not getting dirty, I don't have to wash it every single day. Some other pointers here are to get some hairstyles that work better for greasy hair, like braiding it, a ponytail, get a cute ball cap, and also some eco-friendly dry shampoo to help it last a little bit longer. I just use cornstarch with a little bit of cocoa powder in it for color. That matters when my hair is blue, but when my hair is my natural color, the cocoa powder helps. So hopefully all of that combined can help you to wash your hair less if you want to. And just like with your hair, this one might be a little gross, wash your clothes less. Hear me out. Once again, use your discretion. If you are sweaty, if you are dirty, please wash your clothes. Please wash your undergarments daily. Full disclosure, I put this sweater on to film. I'm wearing it for a max 1 hour. I'm not gonna wash it. If I wear a jacket over this, that jacket does not need washed after every single use. Especially, stuff that you're just gonna wear in your house clothes, your pajamas, they don't need washed after every single use unless they're truly disgusting. Or heavy duty items like jeans, they don't need washed after every single use if they're not dirty. Once again, please use your discretion. If you don't want to do this, that is okay as well. But this will reduce the amount of loads of laundry that you have to do, which saves detergent, it saves water, it saves energy, and of course it saves you time. But keeping it in the laundry category, my favorite lazy laundry option is the Eco Egg. Now this isn't my favorite laundry option in general, but it sure is the laziest. Once again, all of the reviews are down below. You don't have to measure anything, you don't have to dispose of anything, or take care of anything. You chuck this egg into your wash load and let it do its thing. You remove it, let it air dry. You can use it dozens of times before you have to change out the cleaning beads, and even then, it only takes a few minutes. Now, if this doesn't work for you, if you switch to any sort of eco-friendly laundry detergent, just like with the cleaners and soaps we already talked about, it's gonna require no learning curve. If you switch to a brand like Meliora, or Dirty Labs, or Clean Cult, or whatever it may be, it's gonna function the exact same as any other powder or liquid laundry detergent that you're gonna get at Walmart or Target, but it's better ingredients, it's better packaging. It's still a lazy swap to use any eco detergent, but I think the Eco Egg is the laziest. One of my personal favorite lazy hacks is to plan my grocery list, because I don't know about you, but when I go to the grocery store, I'm in, I'm out. I am not lollygagging. So in order to accomplish that, I plan my grocery list. So I know exactly what to get. I might even take it a step further and write down like the layout of the grocery store. So I'll get this item, and then this item, and then this item, and then this item, and then this item, and it'll take me perfectly around the grocery store to the cash register. So I don't have to do any sort of extra time in the grocery store. Now, how does this save waste? The more you stick to your grocery list, the fewer impulse purchases you buy, therefore the less food you're going to be wasting. If you go to the store without a plan, you are likely to overbuy, impulse buy, and potentially waste food. This might also waste you money as well. So buy precisely what you need, expedite the trip, and prevent waste. Next, once again, not my favorite zero waste swap of all time, but it is a lazy one. That is a menstrual cup or a menstrual disc. It does take a little bit of learning up front, but once you get the hang of it, it is the ultimate lazy zero waste period swap. I love period underwear, but it does take time to change them, to wash them again, to hang dry them, store them properly, etc. A menstrual cup or a menstrual disc, you insert it, you take it out, you dump it, you insert it, you take it out, you dump it, that is all. You can rinse it between each use, but you really only have to do one big sanitize at the end of your cycle. And even then, in order to sanitize this, you really just boil it on the stove for a few minutes and that is it. Very easy to wash, very easy to reuse. It can save you so much money. I'm talking hundreds per year. Doubled with how lazy that it can make your period, I think this is a total game changer. Moving on to a whole bunch of reusable options instead of using paper products, such as rags, hankies, and reusable napkins. Sure, it may add a little bit to your laundry basket, but it's not gonna add that much that you're starting to do more and more laundry, at least in my experience. So I find that this is still lazy because it saves me time in other areas and I'm not doing any extra laundry. This means no more running out of paper towels and having to run to the store when you can just use a rag that is endlessly reusable. I also find that they absorb much more, which means I'm saving time cleaning and also using less product. And of course, I started to notice on the money savings from these as well. And lastly for today, a very underrated zero waste swap. I rarely see anybody talking about this. That is reusable batteries. It's very similar to some other swaps in that you don't have to run to the store whenever you run out or spend time digging through all these drawers trying to find that last battery that you have. You simply recharge the dead ones and reuse them. It's so easy, it requires no learning curve, very little effort on your part, and it's also one of the biggest money savers in my home and also waste savers. Where we can, I think reducing the amount of e-waste that we send to landfill and even recycling is one of the most important things that we can swap out. Yes, plastic is bad, but e-waste is far worse for the planet. So those are 20 eco swaps that I implement that save me time, save me money, and help me live a lazy zero waste life. This ensures that I still have time to have my hobbies and have some free time, and zero waste really does not take up that much of my life. Yes, there are some areas like period underwear, making my own sourdough, that zero waste does require a little bit of more time and energy, but I like to use these lazy ones to kind of have a balance. Leave your lazy zero waste swaps down below. I would love to make a part 2. I definitely have some more in mind for myself. If you liked videos like this, you will probably like some of my other series, such as zero waste swaps that will save you money up to $10,000 per year, and also zero waste on a budget. I am all about saving time, saving money, and saving the planet all at the same time. It is all possible to do at the same time. You don't have to sacrifice any of that for the others. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found some value in this video. I hope that you found it educational. And don't forget to send this to people who think that zero waste living is time consuming and difficult. I'll see you in the next video though, but until then, remember that your small actions make a big difference in the long run. Bye guys. I don't know why when I said that intro and I said my name, I was confused about what my name was. I was like, wait, is that my name? Rather, I didn't know if I said my name. Maybe I'm just having an identity crisis. Who am I? Bye guys. Yes, we're done. Number 4 is light water dishwasher recycling 5. Oh my gosh, get through it. My voice is getting a little scratchy. I am not lollygagging. You know, that's not really a word people use. That's certainly an old person word, but I love lollygagging. I use it all the time.